Yo, welcome to the Roil, where we stir the pot. Cannabis kings, fitness fiends, business on lock. Puff that green, lift that weight, talk that real shit. Boys night eternal, no filter, we own it. From haze to games, we break it down raw. Witty and Wally, the week at the door. Roil Talk, hitting no cap, no chill, light up your mind, feel the thrill, deal with it. Roll up, talk that fire. Cannabis hustle, bodies on wire. Roil Talk, yeah, we on the night. Stir the storm, ignite the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Roil Talk podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet again another episode we have planned out for you guys. Super hyped. Any big announcements we need to say or anything? We do have some good episodes coming up, dude. We're hitting banger after banger, I feel like. So you guys, make sure you guys stay tuned in. If you guys like what you're seeing, please make sure you guys like, subscribe, leave us a comment, and down below. Yeah, whether it's on Spotify or YouTube. I'm not sure how many of you guys watch us on Apple, but we super appreciate you guys at least tuning in and watching our episodes, and we appreciate all the love we get lately, and thank you guys. Let's get into today's episode. Super hyped. Jake?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm super hyped for this one. We have a returning guest.
Round two.
Yes, sir.
Round two. The one and the only, the Beast of Barstow. He's making his return to Bkfc May 22nd. Andrew Angelcor is in the fucking house. What's up, baby?
Welcome to the show, Bubba.
Yeah, welcome back, baby.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, man, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be back, hanging out with the boys on a Saturday. I'm loving it.
We're excited.
Yeah.
You look more jacked now than you did last time, I feel like.
You just got off a fight.
Yeah.
Well, you seen him post.
Yeah.
So this is him
You
before.
look a little bit. You put on more weight, or no? You're just about the same.
No, actually, from the last time you saw me, I'm probably down. Yeah, I'm down. Weight.
Just
from
more
last time you
cut.
saw me.
Yeah. You're in prep right now, though,
The
for
last
next
time
month.
was it? It was before my last fight, right?
No, it was after.
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 Oh yeah, it was after.
After.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
wild,
it was
Drew.
after.
I remember. So I watched you fight. I watched you for this. This is a true story. I watched you fight. I thought it was bullshit that they stopped it because of the fucking cut. Like it's it's bare knuckle, bro. Let him fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just seeing this motherfucker went to hostile territory, like in Philly. If you ever been to Philly, don't.
Yeah.
Because there's some
Rough
crazy
crowd.
motherfuckers
Yeah.
out there, bro.
You're very passionate.
Like, I mean, when I don't know if you
Remember
follow
he told us
football,
he was
Michael
talking-
Irvin broke his neck, dude. They were cheering
Yeah.
when he was a cowboy. Fucking broke his neck. Rival game. Like they're fucking savages.
Damn.
Well, anyways, when he came out, gnarly. What? After the fight, whatever. I woke up the next day and I remember I'm sitting outside and Kay's right there and I'm smoking a joint, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out, and like here we are, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, round two.
I think Tiff made the initial.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, I asked Tiff about you. She like, and then I asked James, like, hey, blah blah blah, like, oh, look him up. So I started watching a lot of your shit, and I'm like, man, this is a bad motherfucker right here. Like, I really dig him. That's when I just sat there. I reached out to you on Instagram, and here we are, man. Round
Small
two,
world,
man.
man.
Round two.
The more we talk, the more we find out we know.
Same
Mo,
circles.
remember Mo?
Yeah.
So it's like our circles are more intertwined than we thought.
You guys are
Right.
small.
Oh, man, well, what's the plan, baby? What's the plan?
Oh man, I am a man on a mission. All right, we stepping back in May 22nd out here in Cali, Palm Desert.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
So,
yes.
I'm excited.
Home territory.
I'm
Tell them,
excited
let them know where they
to-
can get tickets.
Yeah, so I will be having. I will have tickets.
There you go. There you
There
go.
you go.
Good. All right. I will have tickets on hand here soon. In this next week. But I also have a link, a direct ticket link. You can go to if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook. You just go to my profile. There'll be a link. And you'll use the code is Andrew. So just go to my profile. Or reach out to me, text me,
Yes.
DM me something.
Yes.
I'm not hard
Oh, yeah.
to get a hold of. Get a hold of me. I will get you a link. If you are not in Barstow and you can't get a physical ticket, then use my link. Use the code Andrew and show up and enjoy the show.
Let's go.
How you feeling? You
I'm feeling good. I'm
feeling
feeling really
prepped?
good.
Feeling
Oh yeah,
ready?
yeah. I mean, I still got 6 weeks to go, which is the scary part, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
man, I already feel good. I just got done going to war on Thursday. In training. So
Shout out Bobby.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Bobby.
How many
And
rounds
so-
you guys do?
Oh man, I
I would
think
love to be there for
it
that.
was like 10
I'd be
rounds.
love to be there for
it
that.
was, we did a lot, like 10 rounds, I think.
Woo!
Yeah. You got to figure I'm driving an hour and a half, 2 hours each way.
You don't get your money's
I'm
worth.
getting my gas
You get
money
your-
worth, yeah. So, and I just trained on Tuesday as well with a guy that came from Vegas. We did another 10 rounds. So, no, I'm sorry. Tuesday I did 10 rounds with the guy from Vegas, and then we did 5-5s with Bobby because he's fighting. He's in camp as well, and so I was helping him. Right, he does 5-minute rounds, so it was
5
tailored for
fives,
him. So we did
25
5-5s, yeah. So 25 minutes, but when you're in there with a UFC guy, fighter, it's pretty gnarly 5-5.
Yeah,
I bet.
That's what
so
they're
yeah,
used to.
So yeah, we
Used
did
to.
that just to, like I said, to simulate his fight, and then Tuesday I did 10 rounds in my gym. So
Hey, where was that that Lux place you put a video out? Where is that?
yeah, so shout out to my boy Matt Gregg in Barstow at Anytime Fitness.
Oh, that has a
Right,
lot of cool
so-
shit.
Yeah, so that is my buddy Matt. He owns Anytime, and if you've been to the Barstow facility, when you walk in, there's a staircase that goes upstairs, and so the whole second floor is the recovery center.
Hell yeah.
They've got the red light therapy,
Oh, sick.
the compression therapy. They got the legs, the arms, the hips, right? And you sit on a massage couch. So you're sitting there getting massaged on the couch and then getting compression, they
Face
got-
down or
and then so the red light therapy, that's cool. The compression, the sauna.
Did you get into a cold plunge or was that a
and
hot
the cold
tub?
plunge as well? Yep.
Yep.
So you got all four.
You like those cold
Oh,
plunges?
yeah.
Yeah?
I don't know anybody who likes them, but
Yeah.
do I do them? Yes.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
How's that compression when you get in the suit on the legs feel? How's that feel?
I like those. The one I use because you can do one for the legs, you can do one for the arms. You look like the Michelin Man. And then they have one that goes around the hips. I prefer that one.
Really?
The one on the hips because my hip flexors and the outer hips for me is what take the most damage, the wear and tear. So I use the hip compression, but I like them. It fills up with air really really tight, and then it kind of releases and goes. So it's like a constant squeeze and
Yeah,
release,
yeah.
squeeze and release.
How often are you doing the recovery thing?
So I go there every Wednesday. That's my recovery day. So midweek, midweek recovery. I do a lot for my recovery. I'm blessed to have a lot of support and sponsorship with all this. Like I said, my buddy Matt, is a huge help with sponsoring me. Once a week I get to go do that, and then also I do tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I have an appointment with my girl Melissa. Shout out to Mel for my masseuse. She does the deep tissue, the scraping, the cups. If you like you light the
It
cup on
works.
fire and do
I
all
gotta
that.
do it, dude.
So I do all. So I have.
She really lights it on fire?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
old
yeah,
school.
yeah.
They have like
So
a lot of the guys use the new little machine or squeezes it air.
No, I can. She puts the
The
lighter in.
circles.
You hear it.
Just relieves. It
I'm
sucks
face
out all the
down, but I
inflammation.
can hear that thing. And
Is that hot? Can you feel it?
Yeah. I mean, it's it's not like I feel like I'm being burned, but you can. Tell.
Megan bought me for my birthday, which I have only used it maybe once, but it's 3 cups, but they're electronic, and it has automatic heat, and it just you don't have to like plug in or anything. You just put it on, dude. Push the button, it goes whoop, and it just starts sucking, dude. My whole it fills up the whole cup with skin. It's so powerful.
Have you
I'm
put
like,
your cock
it
in
hurts.
there?
Put on the
Yes,
boobs,
my
Does that Matt guy own the Apple Valley anytime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I believe. I don't know.
That's the one who Tiff, right?
He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did. I mean,
They've improved it since we
He hasn't told me that he sold it.
Oh, the
So
one in, Apple, yeah. Oh,
I think it's the Barstow guy
I
owns
was-
that one.
yeah.
Matt owns that one too.
Matt owns
Yeah.
the one in town, and then he owns the Apple Valley one, which I believe Tiffany. Shout out Tiff. She manages that one.
I think she works there. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of her hosts.
I don't know if you've seen like they you remember that little shitty office they used to have with the
Yeah,
doorway?
yeah.
Well, they put it all glass.
That's what I heard.
Dude, so
It
you
looks
walk in,
nice.
you can see like it's just a big glass door now. Slide.
That's
It's
cool.
he really improved it.
That's the one in Yokoloma? Is
Yeah.
it on Yokoloma?
Yeah.
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 I haven't been there once.
Everything Matt
Years
does, he
ago.
improves.
Yeah, he painted it, cleaned it. Like, 'cause remember
That's
how
right.
shitty? What's his name took care of it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
good for them.
He but that to answer your question, that's where that the Lux regen. I believe that's what
That's on Main Street in Barstow, right?
Yep, it's
Yeah.
right at the corner of Yucca and Main.
It's its own building. Anytime
Yeah.
in Barstool.
It actually used to
Hospital.
be a couple years back. It was the urgent care. It was
Oh.
urgent care. Then it went urgent care moved, and it was empty for a long time. And he when he bought it, he actually expanded it over. So when he opened it as Anytime, it was already improved. Like he
Are you,
already added to it.
Are you excited? This is gonna be your first hometown one, huh?
No, my second.
Second.
When
Did
they
you-
debuted in 2024, it was Knucklemania.
Where was that at?
I was in Knucklemania.
There?
Where was that one
That
at?
was in Cali. That was when when the
BKFC
BKFC
came
made
to
its
Cali?
debut in California.
Where was that
It
at,
was
though?
Knucklemania. It was in LA at the.
Oh, that's
Peacock
that's the
Theater.
one. That's when my boy saw you. That's when my
Peacock.
boy saw him. That's right.
Peacock Theater.
Yeah, that was one. That's my shout out Hobbs, boy. He lives in Barstow. He knew about you. Devin Hobbs. He's one of my guys that work with on the
that's
dock.
my buddy's son.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here!
His dad, rest in peace.
Rest in
Curtis.
peace. Rest in
Yeah.
peace, man.
But that's
Rest
my-
in peace. Shout out
yeah.
Hobbs, baby. I love you,
Yeah.
boy. Yeah.
The
Hey.
Hobbs are my people.
Oh, dude. Hey, that's a good man right there.
Every
Good
time I
young-
see him, man, more and more people. Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's super good. You know what? Tell me that. Hey, I had him dying the other day at work, so I go up to him. I said, Hobbs, I'm sitting there at home. I'm smoking a J, and I'm watching Moses Atuma. Motherfucker, you look just like Moses Atuma. He looks like a small midget Moses Atuma to me. He just has a little fucking fro, and he just looks just like him to me, and I just feel like he does.
That's
But
so
anyways,
funny that,
shout out Hobbs, man, good
Yeah,
kid.
man.
He's the one that he posts you on his story. Yeah, it was the LA fight, and I go, hey Hobbs, you know, one of the guys, just like Tiff, just like James, and you know, he big supporter of you. I told him recently, I go, hey dude, Angelcor is fighting in Palm Springs or Palm Desert. He's like, is he? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try and go this one. I go, look, roll dog, we're gonna be out there. So everyone's hyped, Drew. Everyone's hyped. I'm super hyped to go out there and watch you, man.
Are you allowed to talk about your opponent thing?
What's going on?
With your opponent?
What about him? Who is he?
Dropping out?
Yeah, no. So it was in. You know, I signed a contract with a name on it. I signed a contract with a name on it, but I was told this week that has changed. I don't know why. I'm not saying he's ducking. I'm not saying that that he's that he pulled out. It could be a medical reason. It could be a emotional reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
Scared.
Does
Spiritual.
the BKFC have rankings?
Yeah.
Or is he a rank? Was he a rank guy? Or
No. He's he wasn't a ranked guy or anything, and it wasn't a big deal. Like I said, it's my first fight in a little over a year, so it's kind of my way back in. He actually fought. This is the first guy he fought when I fought last year he's from the East Coast. He actually got a viral knockout win, so he was doing good. He's like I said, he was no schmuck. He's got a viral knockout victory under his belt.
He used to want to get viral knocked out by you.
Yeah, maybe,
right?
maybe.
That's all it was.
I don't know.
That's all
Or
it was.
a lot of these guys
I respect that.
A lot of these guys
Hey.
don't like traveling and having to commute and commit like that. Which is all I know is traveling all over the
It's
country.
life, though. That's
So some guys don't want to go from the East Coast to the West. I don't know. Like I said, it could be a commission issue. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter why. They just said that they're gonna find a new opponent. And, all right,
Do
I'll
you
be ready.
get at all worried who would come in, or you don't give
Say
a
again?
fuck? Do you not give a fuck?
Nah, it
anybody?
doesn't. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't.
Old school.
Yeah, old school. Yeah, right. Like, I mean, you got to
If
think.
they pick an opponent, do
So-
you get to like challenge that at all? Be like, no, I don't want to fight him, or like, no, you just take whoever they pick.
Well, yeah, like so every fighter has the choice. Like nobody is made right to do
Right,
anything. Every one of us get. Our manager will call us and say, "Hey, they offered this guy for this much," and you're like, man, like that doesn't seem like an interesting
could work.
fight, or money ain't right, or whatever could be the reason. I, have never been in a position where it's like, I have, the pull or the reason to say yes or like no. Like I'm always like, yeah, let's go, let's run it.
Yeah.
To me, I want to fight a fight that's going to be exciting. It's going to put me a little bit closer to the goal of being a champ.
Yes.
So to me,
Yes.
it's like I would prefer to fight somebody that's got a little bit, either a name or a ranking, or
Someone's gonna bring it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Risk
or like
reward,
it's
risk
an
reward.
exciting fighter like that fans like to watch fight, and it's like one of those fights like that people want to. Like if I see in the comments, you guys saw for a while that me and Bobby were supposed to fight, me and ODB, Bobby Taylor. So that was supposed to happen, and that was a fan favorite fight. He fights for the other organization now, so it won't happen. But those are the fights that I'm like, all right, if you guys want to see me fight that guy, let's go. You know, like why wouldn't I? Because as a fight fan, I know who I like to watch. Like, you know, we all have fantasy matchups, right? And you're like, oh man, if those two fight, it would be so dope. So to me, it's like, if I can be in those kind of fights, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be in the kind of fights that when you guys hear it announced, you're like, oh, we're going. Did you know Angelcor's fighting so-and-so? We're going.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to be in.
So pretty much, like the opportunity, like the guy he was gonna fight, he had a viral knockout. So imagine he goes and smokes him. He just knocked out the viral knockout artist. You know what I mean? It's like
exactly.
and that moves him closer, especially in these days and age. It's all about entertainment.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I
Entertainment.
think Bkfc
If it's guys that I've seen fight and like, they'll stand there and bang it out, I'm like, yeah. Like if I've seen that he'll stand and bang, but if he's just like, you know, a track star and he's just running around and like, I don't want to fight those guys. You know what I mean? Like, so I like those would be the only reasons that a fighter would say like no, right? Like no one's gonna say like I'm scared, right?
Yeah, like going back and watching, like me and I were just talking about it. Chisora and Wilder. Was it the fucking cream of the crop of boxing? No, far from. It was two
super
fucking
entertaining.
dudes, war horses. Hey, ding ding, let's go, and just fucking swinging. That's all it was. Zero technique. And you know, don't get me wrong. I love watching me a better beef and a what was the old boy? Bivol. That's masterclass. That's poetry. But when you watch, sometimes it's good to watch a good old fashioned brawl. You know, and people, it's a gladiatorial sport. It's
fan-friendly fights, right?
So what do you think? Because Netflix seems to be jumping in here with boxing now. They're going to jump in here with MMA. I wonder if they're going to make the push for Bkfc, like bare knuckle. That'd be dope. That'd be
Netflix.
Dope. That's
yeah.
Because you jump on
The
that
platform,
one,
the platform for you guys is, you know,
Yeah.
that's a lot more exposure.
I mean, they linked up with the Zone, right? So like, it's been slowly getting, you know,
I enjoy watching. I know you do. You watch it a lot. Adam digs it.
Yeah, I like it.
So
It's
like,
quick,
yeah.
it's unpredictable.
To me, it's traditional. It's the old school way of boxing.
A couple of years ago, you know, when I started in 2022, I think I debuted with the BKFC. I'm like, yeah, they, you know, didn't have big platforms. It was just on the app. It was the only way. And now it's like, it's
You
getting.
can put it on all the time on Prime, and it's always shown one of them.
I've been tagged in stuff like, you know, I got friends in Vegas that were like at Dave and Buster's or some like sports bar and grill eating, and they look up on the TV and it's like, oh shit, that's Angelcor, because they stream those fights. You know, Fubo TV and then streaming platforms like that are picking it up. And so if they're just replays of old fights, like that goes to show you it's obviously
There's interest.
People are
Definitely
interested.
interest. It's entertaining, man. It's great.
And what a privilege it is for me to be on one of those fights, you know, like to just be randomly playing, at a sports bar. It is cool to me. It's a dream come true.
It's dope.
It's why I've been working for, the last 20 years to be that guy that gets to, entertain the people. Because I'm also a fight fan, right? Like, I'm not just a fighter, but I like watching fights. So I know the excitement that I get and looking forward to the big matchups and being able to, kill time, watching fights while I shoot the shit with my people.
Right.
And if I get to be the guy that's, on the TV, like, what a win,
How does it affect your family at home? Do they travel with you? They stay and watch, or how does that work?
No, it's definitely stressful. My wife, she has to, pick up. My kids are still young. My son gets excited. My 12-year-old daughter, like, she's not a fan of it. She gets scared, nervous, of course. My 6-year-old daughter, same thing. She's kind of just like, like, she gets excited because kids are just like, are you on YouTube? To them, they think that's, the coolest thing. But like, as far as the fight itself goes, like, I think she gets a little nervous. My daughter does. But my son loves, he digs it. My wife's a huge supporter, but she gets nervous naturally. Right?
Naturally.
She did go to the Cali fight. She was there. She'll be at this one as well. But she's never jumped on a plane. No. And that's because she has to stay she would, but she has to stay and watch the kids.
Hold down the fort.
Hold down the house.
What's your? Can you tell us what's your day like the morning of?
The morning of the fight?
Building up.
Oh
to
man.
Or training.
What's your prep? Oh yeah, if you want to start with training too. Like, how long before your fight do you start? Like,
well, that varies. This is actually the longest I've ever had. I've taken fights on 5 days notice, right? So like, which is the cliche, stay ready. You don't have to get ready, right? So like, that is why I train year round. I think maybe 1 or 2 fights I've had like 6 weeks, advance notice to where I can actually prepare myself. However, this is the first time So I had like 8 weeks, right? When I signed the contract. That gave me a good event, and that's because my manager, shout out Ryan Perez, knew that I had been out for a while. So when they started asking him, hey, is Angelcor still gonna fight? He knew that I would need some time. So when they reached out to him, he was like, well, give him like a summer date. You know what I mean? Just to give him enough time to prepare, because he didn't know have I been sitting on the couch, like what I've been up to. And so, anyways, I had 8 weeks, to prepare, but this is the first time I've ever actually had like this will be my first full camp. I have an actual full-time coach, a full-time strength and conditioning coach. I got like I call her my chef, right? Like my meal prep. Like this is the first time I'm going into this.
Nice.
And mind you, I've been in the game for 20 years, right? I've been professional for the last 4
People don't
years.
get it, Drew. People don't get
Right?
it. You make your own food.
And
you
I'm
fucking
just now,
fuck,
I'm
dude.
just now getting into this rhythm where like now I have a
It's a luxury.
full-time committed, coach, and not just a coach, like an actual bare knuckle coach. Shout out Coach AJ, right? Who works with bare knuckle fighters. And I have, with the gym I'm training at now, that I coach out of, Noble Fitness, Coach James is my strength and conditioning coach. I've never had that. I've always kind of just done my own thing. I joke with
Old school.
I joke with my
Fucking
coach that
old
I've always
school,
been like
man.
a gypsy fighter,
Old school.
right? That I've always kind of just floated around, and that's how I met my coach that I have now, Coach AJ. I met him because in getting ready for fights, I would just travel, as far as Vegas to Long Beach and all these gyms in between, and to get work, to get sparring, because there is no sparring up here where I live, right? And in doing all of this traveling and committing the way I have, I've met coaches like Coach AJ, who is now my full-time coach, right? And so I think your original question was like, what's my day consist of? Now it consists of me actually, getting up, and I have multiple sessions a day, because depending on what day of the week it is, I have skills and drills, at this time. I might have weight training at this time, strength conditioning, boxing here, sparring here. So it kind of varies, depending on what day of the week it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can't do everything all in one day.
You take your
Right.
prep with you, your meals with you throughout the day.
Yeah. So when I'm in town, I have stock. I have a fridge at the gym, and I keep meals there. And then I go home. I call it touch and go. You know what I mean? Like I'll go home, throw a meal in there real quick, eat, and then boom, back to the next session. Because you got to remember, on top of my training,
right.
I
You're
have to
training
coach.
people,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have to coach people. I have, I'm
some
a
of your
father.
Some of your classes are pretty big over there.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, I
a
have
lot of
adult
people-
boxing and kids boxing.
Yeah, you're pretty. I see
and-
your posts like when you're on your
Yeah,
stories.
it picks up. I mean, it fluctuates, of course. You know what I mean? It's how it is. Like everyone's committed. 1 week, 1 month, and then they fall off. So
Hello.
Are they?
So-
Is that a fitness gym, a boxing gym where you're at? It looks like it has a
So-
lot of.
the gym I'm at now, Noble Fitness, is it's everything, man. So Coach James is his primary sport is football. He was a college stud football player, and so he matter of fact, Barstow High School is the shout out Barstow High School, the state champs for the football.
Yeah, they killed
Right,
it.
so they train out of so we Barstow won we're the best high school in all of California. Right. So they won this year. Their football team trains out of the gym I'm at. Coach James does their drilling and stuff like that. So he also has, so we have football as the primary, strength conditioning, like change of direction, like, you know what I mean? Like that's the kind of style of training he does there. And then he also runs Noble Sports Academy, which is a charter school. So K through 12, right? So like homeschooled, right? So there's an entire school there, like Monday through Thursday from 9 to 2. And then there's a cheerleading team that rents space out of there, a couple days a week. I run boxing out of there, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Kids boxing from 5 to 6. Adult boxing, 7 to 8. There's a weight training room in the back. So there is strength, training that goes on there. And then right next door is Noble Dance, which my youngest daughter does, right? So there's a dance studio that they do out of there. So we do everything. We do cheerleading, boxing, football, soccer. Oh, and there's an entire batting cage there. So
So
yeah,
it's definitely community involved.
everything about the gym is based on the kids. It's based on the culture of like giving the kids something to do. getting them off the streets, right?
Good,
Something, learning a skill, discipline, working hard. So,
I think every kid should know how to box.
yeah, man.
I remember back when I never got to experience it, but I know in the 80s it was in high schools.
Yeah.
It was boxing.
Old school
Yeah,
physical
like,
therapy. They have.
yeah, like I think it's very
I think it
important.
should be in school. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
it should be like an elective for like PE.
There'd be less
It used to
bullies.
be- it used
less
to be,
bullies around.
It was
People
say let those kids get it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And a lot of people. I mean, sometimes there's kids, like you said. Sometimes there's kids that got shit going on at home. They want to let shit out. I mean, if you got that, or you hit a bag, you hit a speed bag, spar, feel great after.
If kids have issues, they should be able to hash it out healthy, right? A healthy manner.
Great. Old school.
Right.
Put your hands up. And let's go.
So like the morning of your fight though. Like
Okay,
the
so
day,
that's not
do you have
very
any like
exciting.
superstitious things that you do, or like you kind of you
No,
just
man, it's
just another day and another
yeah,
fight?
because you got to remember, all but one time, I'm always in another state somewhere. I don't have any friends or family.
Fuck yeah,
It's like
now
I'm isolated.
You're home.
Yeah, I've already
yeah.
weighed in. I've already made like all of the hard stuff is done. So like the day of the fight is pretty boring. You know what I mean? Like,
So
it's like,
I want to say back up a little. Like, what is it like when you arrive for a fight? Like, say you're going to. So what's going to happen in Palm Springs? How does it work that week? How does that week
Yeah.
work or whatever? when you get-
So the fights this week or this time is on a Friday. So the fight's on a Friday. You get there 2 days early and you do what's called media day. So that's where we take all the pictures, like all the pre-fight pictures that you see us, that they post. Like
Right.
Angelcor's in the
that show
building, yeah, like the
side by side.
Right.
yeah, if we do a face off, whatever,
Right.
that all happens 2 days before, so it'll be on a Wednesday. We do that. We see like the big posters that they hand out at the show that are all autographed by the fighters. We do that. We have to autograph the posters. We do our interview with the commentators with Chris Lytle and Sean Wheelock.
Chris Lytle does that?
Yeah.
You remember Chris Lytle?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's the commentator.
Oh, I
That's
didn't
a
know
friend-
that.
That's my friend, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you a
he's
bunch of pictures.
he does. I wanted to tell you too.
That's
not
a
to
bad
We'll
motherfucker,
circle
bro.
back. So you know who agrees with us on the best
Who?
UFC guy?
Who?
Joe Rogan,
Oh, really?
BJ Penn, in his prime. He says
Nobody
he's the
can
baddest
beat BJ
dude.
Penn in his prime.
Yeah.
Dude,
But
Chris
sorry,
Lytle,
Angelcor.
he's a former UFC fighter. He was
He's
a
bad.
fighter.
He was tough.
Yeah.
Bad motherfucker.
He actually
dude.
fought, I think, twice for the BKFC.
Bad motherfucker,
Like,
dude.
be,
Shout
like
out
the
Chris
first
Lytle, yo.
couple, he was in it. Yeah. Me
We
and
went
him.
to one of the.
Me and him did the BKFC, the tryouts in Cali. I was with Chris.
He's a good dude. Oh, legend.
How long has
MMA legend.
Bkfc been around?
What? Probably 5-6 years.
Yeah, but I want to say probably the BKFC as a company probably just popped off probably 2018, 2019, but like Bare Knuckle's been around for fucking 100
They couldn't
years.
be here in Cali. The
They're
other
banned.
states was like Florida,
Oh,
Texas, like or only certain states will host.
They
it.
had that hard route like UFC had to where no, we don't
Wouldn't be on
want
the
human
TV,
cockfighting
like-
here. We don't want that here. We don't want that. Like,
Yeah.
it's
They
hard to
wouldn't-
get licensed.
They wouldn't get TV.
They're going through that
exposure.
same process
they're just
UFC went
behind.
through.
That was like UFC too, right? Like,
Yeah, like
same
they're going
thing.
that exact same process of trying to get mainstream. And the more and more, like Connor's on, I think Connor owns that.
Is a part owner.
He is. He's
Part
a part
owner,
owner.
is he?
I'm gonna find a
No.
picture for you, Jake.
A BKFC?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Bought
so-
into it. So, keep going. We're on media day.
Yeah, so I do. I was trying to find a picture. I got me and
Chris
your
Lytle.
boy. Yeah.
Dude, that's dope.
Uh,
So dope.
Yeah, so it's Wednesday is just media day. Signing the posters, taking the pictures, doing the interviews. Because when you're fighting and the commentators are talking to the fans, right? You're like, oh, Angelcor told us. Well, all that happens, in advance, obviously. So that happens on Wednesday, and then just all the commitments. And then Thursday is I'll weigh in. Weigh in usually is around 10 a.m., 10 to 12, and then you see the televised weigh-in is later in the day, like 5.
The ceremonial one. That's
Ceremonial,
the one you see
yeah.
on stage.
So when you see us on
Face
TV,
off.
They've already weighed in.
yeah,
okay.
we've
They
already.
did it
That's
earlier.
all for
There's
show,
like-
right?
Yeah,
It's
that's all
There's
for
like a
show.
scale somewhere
Yeah.
in the basement
Yeah.
of the hotel or something.
Yeah.
With officials, you weigh in. You don't see that. You
Yeah.
weigh in, and they're like, okay, you're good now. So now you can go rehydrate, go eat. And the shit that like the casuals see, like that's later
For
on. The
show.
scale's not even fake. Or it's probably not even on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all.
That's why we weigh in with our shoes and our
Yeah,
shit
exactly,
and our
you know?
shit on because
So when they're reading your information, it's from earlier in the day, the weight, like when you're on the scale. For
yeah,
show,
when they
per
when
se.
they say it,
So
we
the
step
dudes will
on.
walk up naked. that show. They're like, well, you don't really need to get naked. They're not even really.
Well,
weighing.
yeah, but remember, up until a couple years ago, you used to have to weigh in the day of the fight, and that's when you would see like Connor in his chones with his fucking shit all hard.
Cormier cheated with the towel.
Yeah, you know that's that. But they changed it then.
Oh, okay.
Now it's ceremonial. You can do it before UFC because UFC
is the crowd there too? They have a crowd for that.
They invite them, yeah. So like, and it depends because sometimes they do the weigh-ins will be at the hotel, and it just depends on the venue because sometimes where they house the fighters, right, the hotel will be like 20 minutes from the venue, right, and so like sometimes the weigh-ins is at the venue, right, and then they'll invite the public. It'll be a public thing, and you know all the local guys, their people who live there will show up, and you know what I mean. And some of the fans will show up depending on where it's at. You know what I mean. Sometimes I've been in places where the event, the weigh-ins are lit because it's at the spot and it's in downtown. Yeah. And I've also been in places where it's like fucking we're like as close to the airport as possible. So we're like, you know what I mean. It varies.
Yeah, I kind of want to go Thursday.
Well, so
what
this one
definitely show up. Yeah.
Where are the weigh-ins at?
I won't know. So I don't know any of that until I would imagine because of where the venue is and it's all when we were talking, it's isolated. I imagine it's at the same spot. Right.
Hope so.
Okay. So
like when I fight in downtown LA, there's a lot of shit, so you have options. But out here, the venue is kind of like on its own. So I imagine it'll all be in one spot.
And so Thursday you do your weigh-in, then ceremonial. What happens after that? How does it go?
Then you just go eat and fucking after the ceremonial weigh-ins and all that, you know, whatever interviews and stuff, you know, sometimes, you know, people still want to, you know, they'll do interviews or podcasts like this, you know, like other people that are there will want to talk to you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you go carb up after?
Yeah. I definitely load up, you know. Well, I mean, like I said, not when you see me on ceremonials, I'm already carved up. I'm already pretty full, you know, because you gotta remember that's like I weighed in 5 hours ago. So I mean, I don't eat recklessly because I don't want to look bloated on camera. You know what I mean? So, but I am not hungry. You know? But we just chill that night, man. It's just like I said, it depends on where I'm at. You know, I've been like when I get to see new cities, so we'll go explore. You know, me and my coach will go like walk the city. You know,
you're
like
wild,
I said,
bro.
you know, I fought in New Orleans once. You know, and I went to fucking downtown. Like, you know, I'm in New Orleans. You know, so we went and did Bourbon Street. And
gotta
stuff.
Live, yeah.
Yeah, I fought in, you know.
Are you doing drills at all like these 2 days too? Are you doing some drills or anything like practice?
Oh yeah. So like you know, to make weight, you know, I'm putting my sauna suit on and I'm doing pads on my coach when I run, and that's Thursday morning, right? So make weight. But after I've already done all that, I'm not. After I've already made weight and everything, like on Thursday, I'm chilling, man. Like I said, I'm exploring you know, if I'm in a new city, I'm gonna go check it out. Yeah. Like I said, you know, I've gotten to see Denver, Philadelphia. Like in Philly, we went and I saw the Rocky Monument.
Yes.
Like I've enjoyed.
Crossed my heart there.
I mean, I got free travel across the country. Right? I've been to Florida. I've been to New Orleans. I've been to Philadelphia. I've been to Denver.
All because of your fist, baby.
Yeah. And so when I'm in a new city, I'm like, let's go check it out. So that's usually what we'll do that night.
So that week, Joe, like that's called winding it down. You're winding it down. Like towards the end of camp, because like you said, that's the hard part. Your body going through the stress of pad work, road work, core workouts.
So like Monday and Tuesday of that week,
you're winding it down.
I'm just going through motions. Like if you're not in shape a week out, you're not going to be in shape. You know? And I'm not going to beat, like you don't want to beat your body up the week of the fight. Like the idea, like Jake just said, is you're already in shape.
You're going to
you want to like coast into the fight, right? So if I fight on a Friday, Monday and Tuesday, we're just going through like the strategy and like just moving just to kind of get those last few pounds off, right? Weight wise.
Do you study your opponent?
My coach does, like, you know, like he's already sent, well, on the opponent that I thought I would have, we've already, and that's the thing though, is it depends on like, does he have film to study? Because some guys,
number one thing,
you don't have much to go off of. So
remember what Rocco said? Remember what Rocco was saying about, hey, they'll call up and be like, people will call around for somebody. Hey, you heard about this kid in sparring? Yeah, he beats the shit out. Remember?
Stay away from
him. Well, really? Well, what does he do?
Coaches will call around.
And Coaches will call people like, hey, have you heard of this guy coming to town? Okay. You got any footage on him? No. Well, what do you recommend? Well, stay away from his lead, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. That's, remember Rocco was telling you about that? So, that's, if you can get film on him, fucking great. That's like I said, that's the coach's job. But I mean, I mean, for me, I would, if we could get any type of film on somebody, I would want to watch it just because I'm that type of person. I just want to know.
Yeah, you
What
want
to
to see
expect.
if you know who you're fighting in advance. You obviously want to watch their fights. What habits do they have, right? Like what tells do they give, you know? And then, but it's your coach's job to break that down and come up with a game plan, right? You know, it helps to be a fighter that's smart enough to be able to look and see it. But then sometimes you got some dummies that they don't give a fuck. They're like, they're like, I don't study him. Like I'm just worried about me and what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And that works for them too. You got guys right now that are champions that claim that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I was watching, everything I could on this last guy, but they're changing the opponent, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, right? Like think about it when you're an amateur.
Do you see those things as a fan? Because I always do.
Say again.
When I'm watching the fights as a fan, when you're watching a fighter fight and you're like, oh, he's dropping that.
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
Oh, dude, like right off the bat,
you can't not. Yeah, like you can't not.
Well, especially if you're in that world, right? You're in
Oh, dude, like if you watch me, I'm like, right hand's there, the right hand's there,
yeah.
the right hand's there. There it is. I'll start screaming.
Yeah,
and I'll be quiet, dude. Like SK, I'll be quiet because I'm watching.
She said you're not quiet.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'll be quiet and I'm like, I'm watching it, and then at some point, I erupt. I go nuts because it's right there. Whether if you're like, come on.
The neighbors think something's going on in the
like,
house
dude,
over there.
fucking fire that mother. Like when I was watching Wilder and Chisora, at some point I was screaming for Wilder. The fucking right hand's there. Like throw it. And you go back to the corner. Like what the fuck are they telling him, dude? Like fire that fucking like the part when like for example when Chisora was dipping, he was coming in. Man, I would have been ripping that uppercut right hand because it was there. And I know, like, even like from my past experience fighting, I always go like, oh, I learned the rough way. I went out there my first time out, blew my load the first round. You know what I mean? Sitting down on the stool because I stunned him. You know what I mean? And you know how it goes. You just start fucking wailing, and when you're inexperienced, you go back to the corner. I remember I sat there and my coach looked at me and he goes, "You done?" Because now you just fucked yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm over like, and I ended up getting my ass whooped.
Adrenaline dump.
But as later on when I developed that boxing IQ, I'm gonna go out there the first 3 rounds or first 2 rounds, and I'm gonna see how you react to a jab. I'm gonna see how you react to your right hand. I'm gonna see if you're falling for my feints. I'm gonna see that, and then I'll put it into the computer, and then we'll go to work. You know what I mean? So. For you, do you have that same mindset when you go out there, or are you like fuck it, we're going to war, or you have the ability to break that down in the middle of a war?
Well, I mean, if I understand your question correctly, I actually if you saw a couple days ago, I posted the interview I did, right? That video, and I said in the answer, I go, well, I'd like to say I'm composed, and like the version of me that you'll see coming up is composed and calculated, and I'm taking all of that into account. I said this jokingly, but it's kind of not a joke that as soon as I get hit, it's like, all right, motherfucker, let's go. Like it's just in me, bro. Like you know what I mean? I can't help it, which the fans like and appreciate, right? My coach wishes I wouldn't. My wife wishes I wouldn't. But I'm like, it's in. So, do I have the ability and the capacity to break you down and look for your, a feint and see how you react to it? And I'm gonna dissect you, and I'm going to process what's going on in front of me and pick you apart. Yeah, that sounds good. And I have the ability because I've shown it, right? But I also, will plant my feet and fucking let's bang.
But that goes back to what you said too. If we're gonna have somebody who's gonna get on their fucking bike and run away, you're like, here we fucking go. Now it's gonna be a long fucking night.
And there's a time and a place. There's a time and a place to move and to dance and to box. You know what I mean? Sometimes it is necessary to recoup, to, like you said, if you adrenaline dump, you're tired, you need to be able to move around and catch your breath. You need to be, maybe you got stunned. You need to be able to keep that distance and gather yourself. But if that's all you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. But now if you got, just like you said, now if you're standing across that fucking ring from another pit bull who's like, hey,
I'll meet you in the middle.
Yeah.
I like Bkfc because they start off close, like
the
foot on the line. They're like, what, 2 feet away? 3 feet?
3 feet.
That's so badass, dude.
And some dudes get after it right away, and some dudes back. Like,
and what's crazy is my last fight was the first time I fought in the fight night ring. So if you notice when they have the numbered fights, right? Like Bkfc number 130, right? That's a big ass ring, right? And then you have BKFC Fight Night, right? If you ever, it's just like UFC does the same thing, right? UFC number, and then they have UFC Fight Nights. Yeah. So the Fight Night rings, which my fight last year in Philly was the first time I fought in one of those. If you look, when they call my name and they announce me and my opponent, all I do is literally turn around and then I took one step and I was on the line. That's how small the ring was. I couldn't believe how small the ring was. I loved it.
You're not going nowhere. Huh?
Ain't no ducking and diving, homie. Like it's like I'm touching you.
Bkfc, there's not very much of that. Like,
is Rothwell still fighting in that?
Yeah, I think
he's the champ. Ben Rothwell, is he the champ right now? A heavyweight or no?
Yeah, he's the champ.
He's pretty badass.
No. Arlovsky is now. He beat him.
Oh, Andrew Angelcor. Wow.
Yeah.
He's a champ again at that age. I think he's almost 50.
He's got to be almost 50. That's a bad motherfucker, dude.
Dude, and he hasn't lost his power. He hasn't lost his.
I remember when he lost to Sylvia. I was like, no.
He was such the most unorthodox like fighter.
He was badass, dude. Andrew Angelcor's BKFC champ. The
sure
Pitbull.
I think they said he's been champ in 3 different organizations.
Well, he was champ in UFC for sure, and then of course I don't know what the other one was. Maybe it was Strikeforce.
Something. It was I don't know if you watched the fight companion episode with the. Our MMA episode with Joe Rogan and Dustin Poirier.
I watched half of it.
He goes.
Talked about.
He elaborates into Tim Sylvia.
Yeah.
And Andre, and even Rogan gives him his props for being still in the game and still being competitive.
Yeah. I mean, Drew, 20 years in boxing, baby. And to finish it off where you're in BKFC, man. Like I see Paulie Malignaggi's getting his ass in there. He's getting tagged up a lot, man. Did you see that video of him over in England after he fought BKFC? Sat in the waiting room, open cuts and everything overnight.
Yeah?
Yeah, nobody treated him or anything. So the next morning.
So, he fights for the BYB. He's a commentator for them, and he's fighting again, actually, here soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fought.
There's a lot of dudes that are going over to, converting over to the bare knuckle.
Yeah.
That from MMA or boxing, they're good. Like you don't have to think about that, especially the MMA guys. You don't got to think about kicks or takedowns.
Well,
or
that, especially the dude like Perry, dude. Perry, he got that. Let that dude fight. He's a fighter. He don't no takedowns. No
he does good stand up. He's
some
a good
guys
boxer.
are, which is what makes it interesting. Him and Nate Diaz are fighting MMA.
I got Diaz.
I think that'd be a great fight, bare knuckle.
Oh, I agree. I think it's overdue. Diaz should be in BKFC. That's like.
Yeah, I don't think they could pay him enough though.
Oh, fuck!
I don't think they'll pay him enough.
I could imagine, man. I mean, the fact that when you announced that you were gonna have the fight, man, I was within Palm Desert stoked. I'm like, okay, we're going, dude. Like we're fucking Roil Talk's going, dog. We're gonna be there, man. So
I definitely want a loud, proud, crowd in there. Loud, proud crowd.
Can we bring our little bum bum bum?
Fuck yeah, go nuts, dude. Bring whatever the fuck you want. I want it loud. I want them to know, like when you fight in Cali, right? Then Barstow is gonna, you know what I mean? Like
it's only an hour and a half, 2 hours from Barstow, so it's
2 hours,
yeah,
about
2 hours.
Yeah, but I want to make sure that. So the last time we fought in Cali, it was in such a big venue, like you couldn't even, you know what I mean? Like it was loud. I sold a lot of tickets and stuff, but like this should be a smaller, more intimate setting, right? And I want the loud. I want the noise. I want the fucking. The roof to blow off when I fight, like, because I want to show them that I am a draw in Cali.
For sure. And if you do this in exciting fashion, man, if you get this motherfucker out of there, whoever it is, I mean, I can imagine. It's just
and what I'm hoping is that after this, it'll open the door, like, because obviously it's been a year since my last fight, so people are gonna be like skeptical, like what Angelcor we're gonna see? Does he still have it?
How do you recover?
How do you recover?
Ring rust, they call it.
You believe in that?
Ring rust. So it depends on how active you are in the ring outside of the fight, because you might have a year and a half or so between fights, but are you actively in the gym? Are you sparring? Are you and if you are, then no, there's no ring rust.
I agree.
So
are you in a different mental capacity or anything since your last outing?
Definitely. There's been a lot going on, changes going on, on a personal level. I ended up back in school, right? I started thinking ahead, I'm trying to be the mature adult here and have like a, it's not a backup plan. It's more of like a, what's next type thing, because there's no backup plan. I'm giving this all I got and it's happening, right? So like, so I went back to school to get my degree, it'll be my third degree. I already have 2 college degrees, but I'm going to get my degree in substance abuse counseling, and so that was an interest of mine that I've had for a long time, and just things
What
were
are your other 2 degrees in?
kinesiology and social science.
Oh,
Right?
So
And
you could be a teacher. Yeah.
For substance abuse, because you guys know, right? I've been pretty open about, like that, I'm sober, and so like that's a life, that is a lifestyle that I'm passionate about. That getting having a men's group, a home group that I get to help others, in that journey, and so for me, making a career out of that would be another like passionate dream type goal. Yeah. So I've been in that pursuit is my point. I've been going back to school for that, So I wasn't even sure that I was gonna fight again, but I did have the itch, and I wasn't gonna like walk away after the medical stoppage loss. Like that's not how I want to go out, And so I knew I wanted to fight again. So your question was my mental state. I got a lot going on. I got my second grandson on the way.
Congratulations.
Thank you. For those who don't know, I'll be 36 next month, but I already have a 4-year-old grandson, right? So, so that there's changes in that regard, that have been occurring. Changed gyms, so everything's, I've been moving and shifting things over for the better, right? Like nothing, but yeah, a lot has been going on. So my mindset is definitely like redemption, I guess would be the word to sum it up, right? I want to redeem myself, because like I said, had a couple bumps on the road, had to kind of hit the reset button a few times in life, on like personal issues and which is just a part of life, right? But I've always been a real transparent guy, right? As an athlete and a fighter, I've been very transparent, about, being, my life story, jails and rehabs and all that shit. Like I've always been real transparent about it. And so this time around, I have some redeeming, and this is for myself. It's not like I'm not the guy that's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm here to prove my haters wrong. Like this is not one of those things. This is more like, all right, life threw some curveballs at me. How am I going to adapt? What am I going to do? How am I going to respond? I got put on my ass.
It's not how you fall down until you get up.
Correct, right? And then again, I got the the loss via medical stoppage, and I want to prove to myself and to the fans, dang, Angelcor takes one loss and now he quits. That's not the case.
So do you have a contract with multiple fights, or is it fight by fight, or how's
no?
It
this
so
this is just a single fight deal, and
opportunity.
Opportunity. Yeah. I come out May 22nd and do my job in exceptional fashion, and maybe a multi-fight deal gets thrown my way.
It's opportunity. So do you get to talk to, or do you speak to the main guy? I forget what his name is. Usually he's president of all the fights.
Philbin? Dave Philbin? No, I have a manager that will deal with all that.
But like you say, after the fight goes good, does he come see you guys sometimes or talk to you?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, after my last fight, matter of fact, he messaged me directly on Messenger and was like, "Hey man, fucking, great fight last night. Sorry it ended that way, but I can't wait to have you back." So like the following day, Dave Feldman was already messaging me, like giving me my props and saying like, "We'll have you back soon." So,
and is that guy still the champ that you fought?
Yeah, shout out Dustin Pegg.
Yeah.
He's the champ. Yeah, so that's kind of cool to say. My only loss was to the champion.
So you mean to tell me we have an opportunity right now? By we, I mean you. We have an opportunity right now. If you go in there, Drew, and you will, and you're going to whoop this motherfucker's ass, okay? You have the opportunity because you already have the story. The story's there. The story's already there. You fought the champion.
His hat's right back in the ring right there.
You know what I mean? The story's there, bro. So this is opportunity, Papa. If you can go in there and do what you just said and do it in spectacular fashion, my boy, I see a title shot in the future.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? 'Cause that's the story. The story's already there, and that's how you sell fights. You sell fights with the story. And the fact that you guys went to war in Philly and it got stopped because of a doctor's decision when you were fucking whooping some ass. Just saying.
Was that cut from a punch
no,
or a headbutt?
It was a punch.
Yeah.
He and it was like the last 5 seconds of the round too. You could see, and it was. I guess it was so deep, and you could still see like. I look like Harry Potter now with the fucking scar on my forehead. But yeah, my skull, the bone that the layer that covers my skull was exposed. Like so, like
It's right here.
literally,
It's right here, motherfuckers.
So
here,
yeah, it
motherfuckers.
was so deep that my skull was exposed. So I was fine though. And it's wild because the blood was going right between my nose, or between my eyes, so I wasn't blind. It didn't hurt, nothing. Like
It was very Nate. It was
I went
very
over there,
Nate
my thumbs up.
Diaz-y. Remember when and he's in the after he beat up Connor. Remember he's screaming in the. That's what it reminded me of. That this picture, like he's looking in the camera and shit. Like it's a hard ass film. I'm just saying, bro.
And
The
I out there
opportunities,
banging West Side,
man. The
you know?
opportunities there, bro. I already see it, dude.
Yeah,
Oh
so-
my god.
It'll be what it's gonna be, man. God's plan, right? Like
That's
you know,
right.
I just know my job is to show up and
what you do.
show up and show out, right? I want to entertain the people, right? Put on a good fight.
What do you
and,
know what number you are on the card or what?
No, I won't know any of that until fight week. You know.
There's usually like 10, 12 fights usually on a card.
Yeah. There's 10 to 12 fights per card.
Is there a certain time limit when they have to tell you who the next opponent's going to be, or is this something they could do like last week?
Oh, you
I
can,
mean,
you
it
can do
could-
day of.
Yeah, like
day
yeah.
of. It's up to you.
I've been the fill-in guy 5 days notice, like so it happens, like you know what I mean.
Shit.
Like I mean, shit, you got guys who don't make weight, and they have like standby guys.
Standbys.
They'll tell you like, hey, be on standby in case you know for.
So
So
you're-
don't make weight.
So you need to be there and be ready, pretty much. Is that what that means?
Like
Yeah.
if
if
you're
you're on
show up
standby?
and weigh in like you're weighing in.
Yeah.
In this
Yeah,
case,
if you're
though,
a backup.
I'm gonna be on the actual card. So no, though I mean we got 6 weeks, bro. Like even
Plenty
yesterday,
opportunity.
when
time.
when my coach called, you know, Thursday, and the call was on speaker, I heard it. He was like, "Yeah, we're searching. Like we are like it's urgent, you know, and it's definitely urgent. But today they're fighting in Hawaii." So tune in for that. So like right now they're all occupied in Hawaii. You know what I mean? So like I'm sure by Monday I'll get a
That's
call.
good though.
I got a
It's
text today that said by Monday I should have an answer.
That's good though. It's see what I'm saying. It's gaining traction. BKFC's getting a lot of love.
Starting to
and-
get different. Yeah.
yeah,
just-
it's starting
a
to
slow,
get a
steady
fan
build.
base, but
Yeah.
it's totally reminiscent of the UFC. Like everyone's
Yeah,
starting
they're
to come
opening
on
up
board.
more and more
Everyone's starting to come
states,
on
more and
board.
more countries. You know what I mean? Like,
And then plus you got Connor on there now. That fucking helps. You know,
Yeah.
one of the most notorious the man is the owner who has a following who's
Yeah, but like, look what he did with himself. Look what he's gonna do with
exactly
you know
you
his
know?
brand that he built for himself.
The crazy part is how I got my knowledge of BKFC. It was she used to fight in UFC. It was Beck Rawlings.
Yeah.
And I watched her. And I'm like, damn, this is fucking wild. Like that was how I got into how I got into BKFC was presented to me watching her fight, and then like I see him, and then
There's a lot of
I think
ex-UFCs.
what was his name? Pitbull, Alvarez, Thiago Alves.
Eddie Alvarez is in there too.
Eddie Alvarez, the
Thiago
fucking
Alves,
king of violence.
Mike Perry beat him, didn't he?
Yeah,
Thiago
Mike
Alves.
Perry's in there. It's like it has a good.
Mike Perry's still on a run, or did he lose?
No, he ain't lost yet.
He hadn't lost yet. He
He's a
got,
dog.
He got beat up by Jake, and then he went. What else did he do?
I thought he did something else where he lost though.
Yeah, I think he did something. I'm not sure
But
what it was.
BKFC's his powerhouse, huh?
He's undefeated there. I think
Yeah.
he's
Is he a
tailor-made
champ?
for it.
6-0. They call him the king of violence.
Yeah, he's tailor made for it.
Like you know how the UFC has that BMF belt, they have called the king of violence.
That BMF belt's
It
fucking.
got ruined.
It got ruined.
Yeah, now it's a wrestling belt.
Now it's a wrestling belt. Come on, man. Like it's. We were just talking about that. I was texting Adam. I go, it's not a grappling belt, bro. You're supposed to go in there and brawl. That's the whole point of it. You know. I mean, look at the guys they talk about: Masvidal, Diaz, Poirier. Who else? Who did Poirier fight for that belt? Gaethje, Holloway. Like these are guys.
Yeah,
that
but
are
all
gonna-
the BMF fights have been dope.
Yeah, and then
No
this one was like,
question,
oh, I
yeah.
didn't know we were watching a regular fight, MMA fight.
He didn't want no
Whatever.
parts of the hands.
No, and when it was time, like, oh, you rocked him. Well, fuck, dude. Max just got strangled for fucking 25 minutes. Like, give him a fucking break. But
How many rounds is BKFC?
what is it?
BKFC's 5 2-minute rounds.
5 2-minute rounds.
Yeah.
That's
Action's quick.
the
Like BKFC,
boxing.
it's
Boxing is 3-minute rounds.
3 minutes.
The
3-minute
UFC's
rounds.
5
10
minute
rounds.
rounds.
10 rounds.
Yeah,
8,
boxing.
10
That's
or
his
12
light right
usually.
in front of the TV.
Oh, sorry.
Oh man, that's
Yeah, it's like,
We're all
what are you guys
watching.
looking at?
I'm like, what are you guys looking at? I'm like,
We're all watching. Like, some action.
Yeah, that's Fraser Clark. He's Did you ever watch him and Fabio Wardley?
no.
Oh, dude, I dig Fabio Wardley, bro. He's a bad motherfucker, man. White collar. People talk all kinds of shit about him, and he ended up becoming WBO heavyweight champion. He knocked out Fraser Clark. He put a dent in his forehead with a vicious right hand. He's a bad motherfucker. He's
Really?
WBO. Yeah, this is Fraser Clark. I don't know who this guy is.
So how many total fights are there going to be on Friday?
12.
What?
12 fights?
Yeah, there's generally 10 to 12 fights per card.
What time does it start? The first fight?
The 5 p.m.
5 p.m. Okay. Goes to like 10 or what?
More or less. Like,
There's
it,
sometimes
it just depends. Like, is everybody getting starts in the first round?
The
Or?
fight could be 2
It
minutes.
depends.
Yeah.
It depends on if there's a knockout. You just said like a guy can go out there and get knocked out round 1. It can go to decision. Like it's
Yeah,
What-
shortens
what's
it up.
like
Yeah.
Are the fights stacked up, or is there intermission between them sometimes, or boom,
No,
boom, boom?
so,
or are they like
the first 2 or 3 are like on the prelims, right?
Okay.
The free view. So that'll start like 5, right? And then say they all get knocked out, in the first round, and they're done by like 5:20. They'll usually show promo stuff, and the main card won't start till 6.
okay? So
Right.
it might be a
Okay.
little.
So they'll
dead
fill
time.
time.
Yeah.
For that. As far as the main card, if like everyone's getting knocked out in the first round, they'll just show more promo stuff. Like they're not gonna have the entire card done in an hour, right?
Right.
There's like TV things and commercials and like shit. Like they have
So there'll be a
obligations.
few
Yeah.
10, maybe 15, 20 minutes between fights.
Yeah,
sometimes,
like,
or-
there's no like intermission per se, but they do like you'll have like if
Little
you need
time.
to go get a beer or something, like there'll be time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty. It's all of our first BKFC bare knuckle. All of us, our
Yeah, I'm
first
looking
ones.
forward to
It's
going.
cool, man. It's a great the atmosphere, the environment. Like if you're a fight fan, anyways, like it gets rowdy. It gets
Hell yeah.
like because on a couple of these
I'm hyped.
shows, I fought early on the card, and then me and my coach will go out and I'll get dressed and go out in the crowd and watch the rest of the show.
You see
Like,
that
that's
a
why
lot.
I like fighting early, man, because then I get to hang out with everybody else, and watch the show like
It's
a
such
fan.
a good time.
And it's so fucking dope. You know what I mean?
It's just such a
Like,
good time. Feels like Rome. That's what it feels. Every time you ever go to like a badass fight at a good size arena, it just feels like you're in Rome. And everyone's you're all there for one
Coliseum.
thing. It's like a concert, but you're there for violence.
Yeah.
And it's just some people are Puritans, some people like watching the poetry. Sometimes motherfuckers just want to watch violence.
Yeah.
And for
Well, you hear
human
the
beings,
crowd.
it's
You
natural for
hear
us.
the
We
crowd
like
when
it.
people get punched and knocked.
Mm.
Like crowd goes wild.
It's got to be like more intense, right? Being bare knuckle, like
Of course, it's
like,
well,
It's bloody.
mentally from the crowd.
The
for a second,
sound,
it's like,
dude. Like I
Yeah,
can't.
that's
it's
the
violent.
crazy part. You
When
hear it
you
on the
hear
paper,
it,
like on TV.
you hear it.
When you
Yeah,
hear,
oh.
hear in person, you hear that bone on bone. It's
Yeah.
fucking gnarly.
It's pretty wild.
It's violent,
You
bloody. Like it's a quick action.
You
Shit
like-
happens.
Because you think about it, you're getting
That's something.
and
shit out.
Yeah.
you get so much lot of fucking cuts, like
Oh, yeah.
cuts,
Yeah,
cuts,
yeah.
cuts.
Quick,
Say
like-
you touch them, you cut them, right? So like it
Yeah.
doesn't take much, man. Like you hit them and especially getting the clinch and you're just like doing all that, a little busy shit on the inside.
Yeah.
You think it doesn't mean
You're
much.
just
but
damaging
take your
flesh,
fist right
bro.
now and just do that to
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Imagine the swelling, right?
Right.
You're
It
gonna
could-
get
it could be
swollen.
like
You're gonna get
they could be clean and one little interaction because somebody comes out cut.
yeah, oh yeah, swollen and sliced up and
There's a lot of guys that clinch. There's guys that like distance. It just depends on your different styles.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be a fun time.
Oh,
Looking
yeah.
for. I honestly, I'm gonna go. I think we should go Thursday night.
I'm
Thursday,
planning on getting there Thursday, enjoying the pool. We'll hit
Yeah,
this
man.
guy up. Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Let's go
yeah,
hang
come fucking hang out with
whatever.
me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Especially if
That's
like
the
the
plan.
wife and kids,
Thursday.
we have
We'll
the
do
girls
Thursday
all
to Saturday.
going. So
Okay.
my chick already told me, she's like, I'm trying to go be in the pool Friday.
well,
and then go to the
so
fight.
my wife will go, but my kids, she'll drop the kids off at the just so she can focus on the fight.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't want my little kids in the atmosphere. You know what I mean? A bunch of drunks and all that. And I don't want my wife. I want her to be able to watch, not have to babysit.
Yeah.
So she'll drop the kids off with her parents, my in-laws in San Bernardino, and then she'll be there.
And she rolls with you tight the whole time.
No, so and because she knows I'm locked in. I'm down.
That's
Like
right.
so, last
That's
time
right.
when I fought in Cali last time, the only time she's been able to go, she rolled down the day of the fight with her best friend. Right, her and her best friend went and watched me. So like, she got there, and like earlier in the day, and she came to the hotel room, came and gave me a kiss and like hung out for a little bit. But then I have to be at the venue at like 3 p.m. Right, like all the fighters checking early, so she can't go for that. So she came, gave me a kiss, and then went. And
Do
hung out with her
you
friend.
you socialize with your opponent?
No, because we don't even see each other actually until we step in the ring. Like I guess I've crossed you'll cross paths like in the hotel, right? But like the day of the fight, like no, I'm pretty much chilling. We're not walking around. You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting in my room, he's probably sitting in his.
And how many like ring minutes do you guys go with? 1, 2, 3? How does it work?
How many what?
Like support at the ring? Like
Cornerman? How
Yeah,
many
cornerman,
people in my
sorry.
corner? 2. You well, like they give you you get 2, and I think if you're like the main event, you get 3.
And then you have your stitch guy, almost like that.
The BKFC
Cutman?
provides
Yeah,
that.
Cutman.
Yeah,
Cutman.
G the cutman. Him. Well, there's 2 cutmen, red corner, blue corner. Yeah, they provide it though. You don't bring your own cutman.
You do any like talking, like in the middle of the fight? You talk a little shit,
trying
or
to
you
think if I
say
have.
anything, or are you
I
pretty
don't-
just?
I remember there was one fight. I was like, I mean, you'll like acknowledge like hey, good shit, like
Yeah.
oh, you get your shit right,
Yeah.
good shit.
Yeah.
Or in one of my fights, I remember telling him like, hey, like stop running right here, let's go. You know.
Yeah.
You see
Like,
some
I'll
guys
point.
talking, some guys like a little exchange, or sometimes they
Mhm.
get cracked. It's like they'll give a good little smile.
Yeah.
So if you saw your opponent in the hotel, would you be like, "Good
Oh
luck"?
yeah,
or you just
I've always gotten along. Like, I've always been respectful. Like
Yeah.
my manager, always says Drew, the professional Angelcor, because I'm always like I'm respectful. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've never had bad shit. Me and Dustin were just texting like 2 days ago. Like I'm Dustin Peg, so like I'm cool with all my especially now it's hard not to be friends with guys after you fight because you got to respect each other. But beforehand, like we acknowledge each other,
Yeah.
But it also depends on like, do we even know each other? Like some guys have real beef, so of course they don't, right? Like
Right.
they're talking shit because they hate each other. They have history or something. But I've never had an opponent that I knew before the fight. I've never had, I've never like had a shit talking dude that provoked me to talk shit back.
Yeah.
Not saying I won't. Like if someone disrespects me, I'm pretty sure I'll pop off. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, but I haven't been in that position yet. So,
Yeah.
but if I see him, we just do like the, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember my
See you tomorrow.
my-
Yeah, I see you.
my ex-wife, she said it was one of the times she came with me to a fight, and we were at the Trump 20 Palm Desert Showdown, and I got matched up with this heavyweight. We made it to the finals, right? So that morning we went to this breakfast spot, and they're sitting right across from us. So it was his team and ours. And I remember she was so freaking. He was this big old fucking black dude from Oakland, and so he's at the end of the table. I'm at the end of the table. We're just staring at each other the whole time. Like I'm not eating. I'm not because I realized who I was gonna fight, and it was him. So we're just locked in at each other. And she was sitting right there. She was so damn terrified. I remember she would always tell me like I was so fucking scared because now mind you, I'm sitting there and I got Al in my ear talking shit. He's saying every goddamn word under the sun.
He's a shit talker.
He's about him, and it's not really the most flattering. So he's in my ear talking. I'm just sitting there looking at him. He's looking at me. So on my end, I've experienced that, but we didn't talk or like dab up. We just stared at each other the whole time. And then
I actually I forgot. I completely space this part out. You talked about do I see my opponent? So at the weigh-ins for my last fight, we're at the venue where we're doing the ceremonials, and this one was at this actually. My last fight was at the venue, and it was a lot of people there. This one was one of the good ones, like the good weigh-ins. So they have us all, the fighters lined up, right? Because remember, they announce us for the weigh-ins the same way they do for the fight, right? Because it's all ceremonial. So for my last fight, all the fighters are standing in one spot, getting ready to get called out, and we're like, it's in the bar and grill section of where I fought. And we're all right next to each other, like literally as close as me and Jake. And me and Dustin are the main event last year, so we're at the very end of the line because we're the last ones called. And it gets to the point where there's only a few of us left, right back there before they call us out, and we're like this close. And mind you, I don't know Dustin before this fight. Whatever.
You
He
guys
seems
are
like a
obviously
cool guy.
sizing each
Oh,
other
of
up.
course.
Yeah.
Of
So
course.
I
You gotta
showed
be. I'm looking at your. I'm
Hey,
looking at everything.
But
on
then,
you. I'm like,
but check this
man
out.
world.
So then it gets to this point, and if you guys have ever seen him, he's a cool, goofy motherfucker. Like Dustin's cool as hell. Shout out to my boy Dustin, super kind and like. But I didn't know this at the time, so I didn't know like whatever. And I'm in his hometown. Like I'm the Cali guy, whatever. So I'm being quiet. I'm kind of just sizing him up, and he looks at me and he was like, so I guess we're supposed to hate each other, huh? And I was like, I guess so. And then anyway, we started shooting the shit.
breaking the ice. Breaking the
We're
ice.
we're joking and we're having a good time. We ended up we're damn near liking each other, and then we're like, oh yeah, we probably got to knock this off, huh? Like, wait, let's go up there and pretend like we hate each other. And then so we're shooting the shit. I'm like, this is a cool motherfucker. Like, too bad I got to punch you in the face tomorrow, And then I remember if you watch the weigh-ins, you can see I'm in his ear and I'm talking, and everyone's saying like, what were you saying to him? And what I was actually saying
You're a
in
good
his
fucking
ear,
dude.
yeah. So
Like
if,
you.
if you go back, watch the weigh-in, and you'll see me. I'm in his ear, and I'm talking, right? And I'm doing it on purpose, so it looks good on camera, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like talking. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And what I was saying was like, hey, I know we're supposed to hate each other, and I was like, and I'm supposed to be talking shit right now. I was like, but I'm not. I was like, how about I just say, let's go to war tomorrow. Let's get some bonus money. Are you cool with that? You know, and like that. And you can see him smiling. He's like, yeah, I'm cool with that. You know. And if you look past us, you can see Dave Feldman like starts like laughing because he can hear what we're saying.
Yeah.
But I look all aggressive. and,
Everyone's in
like,
the crowd. He's talking
yeah,
shit.
he's
Get
talking
him.
shit.
Hit him.
Yeah.
Hit him.
And
Do you
I'm
guys,
all-
is there a bonus structure for you guys?
say again?
Is there a bonus structure?
Like fight
Bonus-
of the night.
No, yeah. So like, my
Knockouts or-
first fight when I debuted, I got fight of the night. You know, I got a little couple extra grand. You know, like
Some
incentive.
change.
So there are fight of the night. You know, whatever they knockout of the night. I've seen like performance of the night, which kind of seems like the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there are incentives.
Joe, are you excited?
Yeah, dude.
It's
Right
gonna
on.
be a good fucking time,
Yeah,
man.
it's gonna be dope.
Don't
Yeah, man, I'm just happy to be
Don't
back.
do it.
Joe's gonna be like, hey, "Stop it!
He's a nice guy.
That's
Talk
my
it
friend.
out." I'm going in the ring. I'm gonna talk it out with him.
Yeah, let
like,
me
no,
talk
Joe,
to
it's
these
not
guys.
negotiation.
Are you the
Just like, guys,
lover,
just talk it out.
the lover, not a fighter kind of
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah,
Joe-
yeah.
Joe's very like, Jake, hit him.
Yeah.
Like if we go
Jake
somewhere,
Morales.
Joe's like, "You guys don't got to do this," and me and Jake are like, "Get out of the way."
Yeah, yeah. Get
No,
back, Joe.
I'm
Joe's the Joe. Did you ever see 300? We must be diplomatic.
Yeah.
Joe's the senator. Oh, this little sash.
Yeah.
You know, we
With a
must
bunch-
be diplomatic.
Yeah, with a bunch of gold.
so
Little satchel full of gold.
my thing for this fight, man, is like I said at the beginning of all this, that this is the first time where I have a full-time committed coach, a
Yes.
full-time strength and conditioning coach. I got the chef. I have everything that I've been able to put together this what I like to think of a dream team. And so we're getting, a rhythm on like what days I travel. Like I said, this Tuesday I'm going down with my boy Bobby in Moreno Valley. I'm going to be down in Long Beach on Saturday. So I do a lot of commuting for sparring, preparing for preparation. But now that I'm getting this fight camp schedule assembled, I want to be able to have a rhythm that I can turn back on every time now. So my hope is that I perform well on May 22nd, and then
You will.
I get that call back. Oh,
You
I
will.
will do it.
You will.
And I get the call back, and then I'm like, all right, cool. Now I know what camp looks like. I have my coach. I have everything all the system is in place now.
Yeah.
And I just, all right,
Duplicated.
let's go. Camp mode.
Yeah, yeah.
I got an opportunity. I'm going to be, in Florida on this, end of the summer, boom. And like,
That's
I
gonna
want to be able
Boost
to.
that confidence.
correct.
Huh? That
And
boosts
then-
that confidence,
and
man.
that's what I mean. Like, I've always been like a gypsy, kind of just floating around, gym to gym, like just making it happen.
Old school.
Yeah,
That's what that's
like
called.
however I
Old
can get it, I'll
school.
get work wherever I can get it. Whoever will corner me will corner me, and and that's just how it's been since for 20 years. But now I'm gonna actually have a full team committed and be surrounded by the right people, and I'm hoping that with that I can build the momentum of, like I said, secure this victory next month, and then just go. I want to fight 3 times this year. I've only been. There's been a year gap between my last 2 fights, so fuck that. This is, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
my third
Yeah,
fight in 3
baby.
years. Fuck that. I'm trying to get 3 fights a year.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
yes.
So that is what I'm hoping to get out of this.
When you-
I'm hoping to get momentum built and like I said, title shot. This will be my 7th fight. Like I for sure want at least 10 bare knuckle fights.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yo, the story's there, like Jake said. It's
Yeah,
Story's
yeah.
there.
And-
Story's
and-
there.
and I
trust
do-
me, whoever's
and-
behind, like if it's I don't know who it's Connor or if they have someone who's behind, like,
Matchmaker.
hey, how do we get this story going? Like that's one of the
Yeah.
main things for a promoter. If I can sell a story, we're half the job's done.
Mhm.
Half the job's done because that's where the money's gonna come in. Like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that Angelcor fought the world champion in Philly and was giving it to him, okay, and then got caught with a cut, and they stopped it when everyone was
Yeah.
like, even the owner reached
Right,
out.
right.
Yeah.
So the story,
And that was
there.
his backyard. That was his
And-
backyard.
and you mean to tell me
it's
that
his
guy's the
backyard,
champ?
yeah.
And Andrew just put on a goddamn show. Let's make it happen.
What round was that when you got cut?
Second.
Was the second
The
round?
last
And
few seconds.
when you were in the middle
Last
of it,
3 fucking
did you like, oh,
seconds.
I got this fight. This is done.
Yeah, so here's a check this out, right? This was crazy about it. Is that if they would have gave me that the next round to go, he had broke it. He had to get surgery on his hand. He broke
God,
his
the
hand
fuck out of here, really?
on my head, yeah, because he hit me and he broke his hand. So he only would have had one hand going forward.
Yeah, this is
And you can tell.
And I was
You can
landing
tell.
what I wanted.
You can tell.
Everything that we had game
You can
plan was
tell.
starting to work. And I was like, and my
You can-
coach,
oh.
I literally told my coach, like, I'm gonna turn it up this round. Like, I felt him out, felt his power. Like, I'm okay. We know what we planned was working. And so I literally told my coach, like, I'm gonna turn it up.
Get on
And
the
he
gas.
only would have had one weapon.
I'm gonna get on the gas. Yeah.
You could,
Yeah.
so in a fight, I can tell off the bat. Oh, you hurt your hand
Yeah.
because you're throwing. You just hit me with 37 straight jabs at me.
Yeah,
you just
he-
threw. You haven't even. You're just doing that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Or
yeah.
it's tucked and tight. Or you could tell when they throw it.
Yeah,
they're,
he
they're
had to get
wincing.
surgery
They're wincing
on
or
that
something.
hand.
Oh.
So, I
So has he
wish-
fought since either?
Yeah, he fought.
He's the world champion, man. Let's
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
Well,
for
some
this.
world champs fight and some don't.
That's
Yeah.
fuck it. That ain't the truth. You
The
know
ones
what I
who
mean?
don't get stripped.
I'm pretty man, Drew. I'm excited,
excited.
for you, bro.
We're
I'm
pumped.
excited for you. I'm excited for you. You know what's crazy? When we saw you the night at the fights, on the fairgrounds, I told my girl, I said, "Hey, man, I could see it in his fucking eyes.
Yeah.
Like he's there. Like and that's what Adam said. God damn, Adam's like, I touched him. He's fucking like a piece of steel.
Yeah, man, and that's the thing is I want to redemption.
We want redemption. That's
And
what
now that I have this team, that I have an amazing team, right? With Coach James, Coach AJ. I got a bunch of, I have all these places that I get to go to prepare. Like I said, my boy Bobby and them down in Moreno Valley, Icon. I got, Hill Street Boxing Squad, and I got all these places, and I got Vegas. I can go to Vegas. Like I have all these, resources at my disposal, and I finally feel like this is, I believe I'm stepping into my prime right now. You know what I mean? Like, which is crazy because most people think, 36.
No, it's
or,
different in BKFC.
Old.
It's different.
Like, I feel like this, my first 6 fights, I got my feet wet. I now know what it is like, right? And now these next 6 fights, I plan on going 6-0 and fucking,
Fuck yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Wait, when you get that belt, do you plan on defending it, or that's it? You're walking away.
of course, I mean, they say you're not really a champion
Until you
until
defend
you
it.
defend it anyway. So,
Yeah.
but you got to remember too, though, the fight, when I fought Dustin, it was at 165. I'm going back down to 155. I'm not a 65er. So I'm going to go back down to 155 to lightweight, so that's where my business is.
That's right.
you
I'm
know.
excited
Are
for
you
you.
fighting lightweight?
Yeah. This is at 55.
Yeah.
And then, and I also want to use my passport, man. Like, cause that's the thing we were talking about before the cameras were on. That BKFC's opening up all over the world, right?
Yeah,
And
they've
so
been doing
I
Italy,
want,
different
they're in
places.
Dubai. I'm like, fuck, they're in
Ooh.
Hawaii today. So I'm like, I've never been to Hawaii. I mean, that's still in the country, but like, I want to
Yeah.
go though to Italy. I want to go to Dubai. They did that 2-day event in Dubai like last year. I was like, I want to be a part of that kind of shit. If I can travel the world
All
for
because of
free
your fist.
and get paid,
Yeah,
all
because
Because
of
your
my fist.
fist, man.
Well, put
So,
on this
like,
show coming up.
Yeah,
and it opens the doors.
I'm hoping this fight will open up opportunities to go. Shit, man, I'll go fight. They got some badass motherfuckers in the UK. Let me fight some of those guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
One of the things I always say, Drew, whether it's fighting or boxing or bare knuckle, you got guys that go to school for their whole career and to make something of themselves and get money and a home and this and that. You have guys who start businesses and become hits or come up with something and become super successful at what they do, and they make millions, thousands, and they're able to be successful. But motherfuckers like you, who have the opportunity to have all that in one night because of your fucking fist, it's different. You know what I mean? It's different.
I want to give more credit than that. I feel like
It's just
than your fist.
It,
You know, because a lot of people have fists, but like
That's what I'm saying.
Mentally-
it's because of your hand. It's not because you didn't get a fucking degree. It's not because of it's because you know how to fucking fight with your hand. You're a gladiator. You know what I mean? And I always say, like, you could change. Like I was talking about it with Fondura from out there, Sebastian Fondura, how he fought Tim Tszyu, who's a fucking killer in boxing, and that night because of that man's fist, he changed his whole family's life the next day. You know what I mean? It's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity. And very few in the combat sports ever get that opportunity. You know.
Yeah.
So
At least I'm giving it a shot.
I'm
me,
excited
that's what
for you,
matters.
man.
To
I'm
be able-
super excited for you.
At the end of all of this, I want to be able to look back and say I tried. You know, I gave it a shot.
Fucking A.
You know what I mean? Like I set out on this mission. You know, and then as a father, I get to tell my kids like, you know, whatever you know what I mean? Like whatever your dream is, whatever like lights, whatever fire you have inside you, like you got to go after it. You know, whether you win, lose, whether you achieve it, or like you got to at least give it a shot. And now, so I get to practice what I preach. I get to lead by example, and that's, you know, and then as a coach, right, for the community, all these kids that I teach and stuff, and like I get to lead from the front. You know what I mean?
Give it back.
And so anything I ask of my clients, anything I ask of my kids, of my community, I can say like I did it too. You know, like whatever that looks like. It might not be, you might not be getting in there to fist fight people, but like whatever your thing is, give it a shot. You know, put the work in. You know, and do what needs to be done. Face that fear.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't do shit because they're scared. Right? Scared of what people might think. Scared they might fail. You know, whatever. They might look like a fool. You know, I'm like, I might get knocked the fuck out on TV. You think I ain't scared? You know, so like, you know, but you gotta. The thing is, fear is okay. It's just don't let it paralyze you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then,
I know. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I used to always I always say pressure don't exist because we create it. That's what I always say. That's one thing I'd be with my guys and I'd be, you know, working with them, and even in sparring, I'm like if you feel your lungs, I'm like I'd be screaming at you, feel your lungs, you feel your chest, you feel your breathe. That ain't shit. I go, pressure doesn't exist because we create it. You know, when it get in there, it's just a different, man. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for you. I'm super excited for you.
I love it, man. And that right there, I love that. You know, when I do announce I'm fighting, all these people support me. You know what I mean? Like I love that, man. I fucking, that shit feeds me. You know what I mean? To know that I have you know, a community of people that are like, when they see the Angelcor name on the fight card, they get excited. Like, you know, like me, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And so it gives me, you know, on the days that I don't want to get up and go run, the days that I don't want to drive fucking 2 hours each way and get my ass beat and drive back, like, but then I think of you guys. I think of motherfuckers that are rearranging their plans for May 22nd, that are spending their hard-earned money to go get a hotel room that night. Like, to me, that you guys push me through those hard days. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do this. I might be in the ring on fight night alone in the ring, but like, it takes a village. It's you motherfuckers that get me there. You know what I mean? Like, all my sponsors and my support, my fans and my brothers, you know, shit, platforms like this, come shoot the shit on a Saturday. Like, all this shit, I mean, none of this goes unnoticed, you know, or unappreciated.
Oh, we appreciate you coming out, brother.
Yeah, man. Real quick, plug the fight date. Go plug that.
Yeah.
Plug where you get your social media.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do. Go for it.
All right, man. So May 22nd, we are fighting in Palm Desert at the AccuSure Arena. And so to get tickets, you can either reach out to me, you know, DM me. I believe the link is in my bio on Instagram at Angelcor. That's AANGELCOR. Or on Facebook, Andrew Angelcor. Reach out to me. I'll get you a ticket or a link to get it. And then, you know, shout out Barstow. You know, Barstow stand up. Everybody that's, if you're not going to be there in person, tune in, right, on the BKTV app. You know, and I just appreciate everybody that supports me, man. Shout out to, you know, all my sponsors. Shout out to all my, you know, shout out to my coaches, all my training partners, everybody, you know, my wife, you know, I have a great team and I appreciate you guys. You know, shout out to Roil Talk for letting me come in here and talk my shit. And I love everybody that helps make this possible, man. Thank you all.
Appreciate you. You guys ready for a fight night?
Yeah. I can't wait to see you fuck this dude.
You guys ready for fight night?
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Hey, Adam, we got me and Adam been coordinating on outfits.
Outfits, all our shit. Where we staying?
Thong
what we're doing.
bikinis.
Yeah, thong bikinis for the
Thong
ladies.
bikini. Make sure you tell me. We got the two going to be in thong bikinis at the pool.
Yeah,
so Roil Talk will be in the house May 22nd. Drew,
Yes.
let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you,
this
buddy.
is the Roil Talk podcast. Smoke, live, and live. Lift and live.
It's fight
We'll
night.
see you there, May
anyways.
22nd.
Buckle up.